Hello everyone and welcome back guys to round 12 of the F1 2005 mod career mode, and today we are here for the Belgian Grand Prix, my favourite track on the Formula 1 calendar there. I'm really obviously hoping we can get off to a good race result today, but unfortunately qualifying was actually where the race decided it wouldn't go as smoothly as I would have hoped there. As you can see, quite a way back from Kimi Räikkönen, and I'll talk about that a little bit more in the race there, but still trying to push, taking all the curb through a couple of corners now, down through Stavelot here. As you can see, on the exit of the corner there, just cannot get the front end turned in, dink the wall, and well, that was us out of qualifying. So it's going to be a last question mark Grand Prix today, and obviously really hoping we can still get some good solid points there. Still right on the back of Kimi Räikkönen in the Drivers' Championship there, 2 points between us at this stage of the season. But now, obviously, he's, well, by 2005 he was renowned as the King of Spa, and obviously hoping we can, well, try and close up some points to him. But yeah, it's 5 lights here for the Belgian Grand Prix, and it is 5 lights. And away we go there, a very long hold. Charlie Whiten clearly, got plenty of time on his hands there, but that doesn't stop us getting a fantastic start. They're jumping the Minardis and the Jordans down towards turn 1. Then we try and look down the inside, but we give my teammate Christian Klein good amount of room there through T1, which means he's able to jump both saddles, and hopefully we should be able to follow suit now all over the back of Felipe Massa. They're down in towards Rouge, side by side there. Felipe gives me the squeeze. Felipe, baby, stay cool. And unfortunately for him, well, he spins out at the exit of that corner there. Now, well, into P14 of the Grand Prix. They get much better run than my teammate Christian Klein here. Are we going to have a look down the inside? Yes, we do. They park it nice and tidily behind Jenson Button there. And obviously hoping Klein, we're in the title fight, hoping he play a little bit more of the team role there. But Klein, taking absolutely nothing of that there. And now, as you can see, getting very close, well, making a bit of contact with Jenson Button's rear end there as we now come through in the next couple of corners there. Massa retires from the Grand Prix there, clearly already had enough after, well, trying to kill me up Eau Rouge there. But whilst that's all going on, we move past Jenson Button in this Grand Prix there. We're very wide through P1 here, and now as you can see, Button still all over the back of me here. But by the end of lap 2, and well, I'm not going to lie guys, the pace simply just was not there. Usually on F1 2017, Spa is probably my fastest track on the entire game. I'm not gonna lie, I think when I did my AOR time trial submissions, I was only a couple of tenths off the top guys in the world. And well, I don't know what it was about this F1 2005 mod, but yeah, the pace just simply was not there relative to the AI. Now, I must admit, I was going for a very straight line speed orientated setup, trying to make sure the AI cannot get past me there. But honestly, they were about a second to 1.5 seconds quicker than me through the middle sector, and well, it was just, really, I just could not fight it. I'm not gonna lie. Unfortunately, it was just a case of damage limitation at this early stage of the Belgian Grand Prix there. Nick Heidfeld was still just ahead of me here, but, against the slower cars, yeah, we certainly still stood a chance of making up good places there. But relative to the McLarens, the Ferraris, and the Renaults, well, really, there was just no chance we were going to be able to do something there. Yellow flags through P1 here. What is this all about? I think we got a driver pulling off to the wayside. Yes, there is. One driver pulls off to the wayside there. Rubens Barrichello is out of the Grand Prix there, and the safety car has also been deployed there, so this could really be a saving grace for me in this Grand Prix. We'll try and, close up to, well, obviously we'll be a lot closer to the top guys in this race there. But yeah, that means we're going to dive into the pits on the end of this lap here, and obviously I think everyone else is probably going to do the same here. As you can see, still on the back of Nick Heidfeld there. Getting a little bit of a warning to reduce the pace as we come now down in towards the pit lane there. But yeah, everyone in front of me there is going to dive into the pit lane, and I think pretty much everyone behind me is going to do so, excuse me, as well there. So we've got about 16, 17 cars in the pit lane here, and obviously it's now going to be absolute carnage there. McLaren gets held up, a Renault and a Ferrari all being held up there. Toyota's double stacking, and well, this could work out fantastically for me right towards the end of the pit lane here. All we'll have to block us is the Minardis. The Albers comes out, but we inherit P3 in the Grand Prix there. 8 places made up in the pit lane there. Fantastically lucky, obviously, with the way the Red Bull, pit lane is positioned there, and that pretty much meant that everyone down towards the end of the pit lane there able to make huge gains on, the McLarens, the Ferraris, and the Renaults there. And well, that has been an absolute blessing for myself there. We found ourselves 5 laps ago, at the start of this Grand Prix, down in last, and now we're all the way up in P3 of this Grand Prix. We've only got Montoya and Alonso left ahead of me at this stage of the race here. So this has been fantastically worked out well for myself. And now we've got to try and get some heat in the tyres once more there. But yeah, we're all over the back of the Renault and the McLaren here. We could, you know, potentially mount a race victory challenge, you know, obviously if we can try and get past these guys nice and quickly there. Prepare to resume racing. That is what we're going to do. Through the final corner we go there and up into third gear for the start-finish line. Green flag racing once more there, and Montoya, well, he is just absolutely bolted there. We're going to send one down the inside of Fernando Alonso there, park it on the apex through turn 1 there, and we now move up into P2 of the Grand Prix there, and could we potentially try and mount a challenge to Juan Pablo Montoya as we come through a Rouge d'Exceed. Well, he's already, you know, over a second clear as we go through a Rouge. That's such a fantastic corner, though. I think I say that every time I come to this track. In career modes, in league races, in absolutely everything, yeah, just Spa is just absolutely magical there. But yeah, Montoya, well, as you can see, a 1 minute 45.8 there. He just absolutely went off like a bolted rocket there. As you can see, out of the final corner, we're in the 48th, so he's 3 seconds faster than me a lap around this circuit there. We've only got a couple of laps to go of this Grand Prix, and we were just able to hold on at this stage of the day there. But yeah, as I was saying though, you know, we were actually sitting purple laps most times through the first sector there. The final sector we were pretty much even with the AO, which must have meant, you know, through the middle sector we were losing absolutely everything there, and it was really, you know, quite frustrating. But obviously that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, when you take the setup the wrong way there. And really, you know, to be in P2 from last at the start of this Grand Prix, you know, it's pretty much just a blessing for myself that we really did not deserve this high placing in this Grand Prix so far there. But Fernando Alonso is still all over the back of me here. We were starting to cause a little bit of a train to the guys behind there. We ran a little bit wide through those couple of corners there, dipped the wheel in the gravel. Fernando around the outside he goes there, so we might not be able to hold on to this podium there. There is Kimi Räikkönen right behind me as well there, but Fernando Alonso through the next couple of corners out of Stabilo there and up towards Blanchimont even. We're going to, well, just look at the straight line speed. Straight back past the Renault we go there, so as long as we lose the place at the right time, then there is nothing really these guys are going to be able to do there. And now back up into P2 there, so a momentary scare for myself there. But through the final couple of corners of the Grand Prix, Montoya, well, he just went completely uncontested in the second half of the Grand Prix there. Takes his first race victory in a very, very long time there, after quite a few no scores over these last few rounds of the season there. But through the final corner, last to P2 in the Belgian Grand Prix, we can certainly still be very, very happy with that result there. As I said, got, well, ridiculously lucky in that Grand Prix. I think it was like Hamilton and Alonso were able to do so back in 2016 there. So obviously we emulated that just a little bit myself there, and most importantly, we were able to take points out of Kimi Räikkönen there in that Grand Prix. So really, really happy overall with that one. You know, really it was looking like it was going to be a race of damage limitation, and well, it got completely turned up on its head with that safety car there. But yeah, Montoya, he was in his own league there, not gonna lie. It was absolutely impossible that we were going to be able to mount anything to him when he was running 45s in the race there. Michael Schumacher not too happy with P5. He's probably still livid after he choked the Italian Grand Prix last time out there. But Montoya, well, he makes a, you know, small inroads back on myself and Kimi Räikkönen there. It's looking like it could all be a little too late for him in the, well, in terms of the Drivers' Championship there. But still a few rounds to go, and obviously we just need to try and make sure that we can make it to the end of as many races as possible. And all the bad reliability has seemed to really happen to Montoya in the championship in terms of the McLaren team there. But yeah, we come P2. Fernando Alonso is well, first podium. Actually, he obviously retired last time out, but got the podium back in Hungary there. But yeah, Montoya 15 seconds in the race lead by the end of that Grand Prix. Fernando in P3 there, and while Kimi Räikkönen from pole position was probably thinking, I'm completely set to take huge amount of points out of myself in that race, but somehow, yeah, we were able to finish ahead of him there. Takuma Sato once again puts even more points on the board there, with Ralf Schumacher and Mark Webber rounding out the point scoring position there. Christian Albers for Minardi there must be absolutely heartbroken there with P9, just not able to score points in that race there, with Thiago Monteiro down in P11 there as well there. So gutting for those guys that, you know, they were really given a golden opportunity in terms of that race there, obviously with the way the points did work out in the end there. But yeah, we certainly we take those in this F1 2005 mod career mode there. Will now be 2 points clear of Kimi Räikkönen in the Drivers' Championship there. And although, you know, Montoya, he's closed up just a little bit on myself after that race there. Fernando Alonso is still just being Mr. Consistent and, well, keeping himself in the running at this stage of the season there, which is obviously really, really ideal for him. Mr. Consistency, I think we should start calling him, although I think really the same can be said for Kimi Räikkönen there. Just one race so far this season where he has not scored points in the driver's standings there. And, well, really, you know, it's looking like it could be a very, very interesting fight as we finish off the European phase of this season. Having a look, though, at the driver's standings, as I said, 1 point clear of Kimi Räikkönen there. Now, Montoya is just 11 points off the championship lead there. Fernando Alonso, 16 points back there. Rubens Barrichello on 47 points there. So I think that mathematically means now that, well, it's only Rubens, Fernando, Montoya, Räikkönen, and myself that could win the title. Giancarlo Fisichella and Michael Schumacher now, with just 3 races to go, are, well, completely out of it, although realistically they weren't within it there. Jarno Trulli still on 23 points there, with Webber, Ralf Schumacher, and Takuma Sato, after good points in the final few rounds, has done very, very well there. And it's only a matter of time now before McLaren are able to round out the Constructors' Championship there. Well, there's a maximum of 54 points on offer, and they've got a 38-point lead there. But hopefully, you know, you guys have enjoyed this video. Do not forget to like, subscribe if you're new around here as well, and you want to see more of the F1 2005 mod career mode. And I will see you guys next time at the Brazilian Grand Prix.